What's going on, guys? It's me again, this Spider-Man out of 6. Sorry you can hear some noise in the background. It's my cat Eva making biscuits in a box. So, yeah. And also, today's video, I want to talk about God of War Laufey. And, of course, I love to talk about Spider-Man and stuff. Also, this video, just trying to also not talk about not just Spider-Man stuff, but also gaming news and media. Pretty much I want to talk about, like, on this channel too. Also, try to get into the entertainment side of stuff, of gaming stuff. And also, I said, different types of media I like. So, yeah. So, I want to talk about God of War Laufey today. I want to tell you guys about that. And I've been seeing about videos about it. And I did saw the trailer, by the way. I think it looks sick. And I can't wait to get the game. Also, it's gonna be fucking dope. We can play as Kratos' wife. That'd be really freaking cool, you know? And I would never say this also. I know there's two sides of the coin. Also, one who hates it and one who loves it. I'm the one who loves it, by the way, because I can't wait to get my hands on the game. My way, because we about to play as Kratos' wife. Like I said, we gotta get our answers, like, you know, or we get our questions to be answered, and who blew the horn, my way, in the 2018 game, who did that, my way. I think it's funny, my way, that, like, when people talk about, like, about God of War, and, like, those who hate it, oh, damn, Eva, you just wait, what? Sorry, guys. So, those who hate it also, I had to say this one to you guys, what? You guys just hate on the game because we're about to play as a woman in a kind of war game? And also to make an argument that, like, Kratos not in the game. We cannot play as Kratos in a game. That makes the game of the God of quote-unquote woke. And I did want to say this. You guys are missing the point, my way. In the 2018 game, my way, we get to see not too much of Faye because she's dead. Yeah, because when she died, also, that, like, in the 2018 game, my way, she's a cool reason why Kratos and Atreus, my way, she's a cool reason in Ragnarok and in 2019 game. You guys don't know about that because you don't really pay attention to the writing and story. Like, seriously? Come on. And also, not just that, by the way, it's like, in the 2018 game, also, we barely know Faye. In the Ragnarok, we kind of Faye a little bit. Now we get to see her also. I'm glad they're keeping in the model for Faye, which is Laufey, by the way. You know, see, I can keep the model for the Ragnarok into this game, which is God of War Laufey. And it's so funny to make that exception also that, like, I wanna play as a bad bitch also. For that also, you guys have the mindset of the Gooner brain. Yeah, I said that. You have the mindset of a Gooner brain. And that's part of the reasons why, like, people hate the game. Because it's so... Hold on, guys. And also that, like, we following Laufey's journey in the afterlife. It's basically against, you know, the Egyptian gods, you know, like, all the other mythology. My way, and we get to see, like, you know, like Adina in the game properly. And by the way, we probably might see Adina, my way, in the Laufey game. And what's so funny that, like, in the past God of War games in Greek mythology, by the way, it talks about, like, you know, Kratos' journey in the Greek gods, right? So the original God of War is Ares, by the way. So in the first God of War game, that, like, Kratos killed Ares to actually get the throne as the new God of War. In God of War 2, by the way, Zeus stripped that position away from, you know, his son Kratos, you know, the God in him also, the Horn, and, you know, Kratos come back alive and try to, like, do all that. In the third game also, he's not a God of War anymore. He's just he's the guy who loses everything, you know. He lost his wife, kids, his position, and the whole night. He basically lost freaking everything. He goes around killing everybody that he sees. And transitioning into the newest games in 2018 game, he is no longer the God of War. he is a man now. He's a man god. So let me that talk about. He's a man god. He's no longer god of war in the Norse games anymore. And of course people will say, oh no, you're wrong. No wait. Let me cook real quick. Let me cook you ass real quick. Okay? So what I'm saying is this, by the way, that like in the newest game it's talking about Tyr, by the way. In God of War 2018 game, that like Atreus has a mind like Tyr was, peaceful, also try to get the giants, and the gods, AC gods to live in peace. But Odin says otherwise. Because Odin is a dick rod who wants everything that he wants also, and he wants to know where, before the creation also, he's just ruining everybody's day, right? Pretty much. And Tyr is a god of war, by the way, more like a god of peace more than war. And it talks about Tyr a lot in the 2018 game, trying to find somehow, So when they go to journey also, because their Kratos' wife and Atreus, mother have a dream also that if I die also I want you guys to go to the highest peak of all the land and spread my ashes around. And that's basically the whole entire game also, that you go through the entire journey, go to realms besides Asgard is in Ragnarok. You go to Helheim, Elfheim, and then I forgot Jotunheim also. We did the last one. We get to also the end of the 2018 game, and we get to Jotunheim at the end of the game, and the whole painting prophecy with the giants and Laufey and the whole nine. And when Troy says something, by the way, that's our journey, my way. So mother knows about our journey. Because giants had this quote unquote vision, they can see the future, by the way. And at the last panel, by the way, that we can see when Kratos in Atreus' arms, and he didn't see that until the Ragnarok also. And on top of that, by the way, and Laufey, Faye wants to name Atreus Loki, and Kratos says, no, I think we should name Atreus. And then in the Ragnarok game, that Atreus wants to know about everything he wants to know, by the way, that kind of causes being injured a little bit, by the way, he get his emotions also again, try to control him, and that's basically the entire game also. Now, he technically wants to find Tyr also. He knows he's being locked up in some other realm, and he didn't even really know about that. But it's in similar fashion that howsoever, that when Odin and Thor trying to find, the last giant, which is Laufey, by the way, they trying to find all those, yo, I want to find this girl named Laufey, this giant chick, and she died, and she didn't know, how she died, and I pretty so, Odin, by the way, wants to send his boy, Boulder to Kratos' house, also trying to find Laufey, by the way, how to get to Jotunheim, but she's dead. And that's the whole show also that in 2019 game, by the way. That's basically the whole premise about the Norse games. And then in Ragnarok, we get to fight Thor and some other people also we get to fight. And at the end of the Ragnarok game, right? And this when Kratos come out and said, by the way, I will be the god of war, I will be the god of war, my way. And I'm pretty sure he didn't want to go that route. And he told Atreus he wanted to be a general also. They're no, I can be a general just for now. And then after that also the whole shit show happened, the whole nine, and Kratos did everything he did also, and the whole nine. And he officially did his part with his son Atreus. And Atreus go out also trying to find, all the mobiles when the Giants are hiding at. the whole nine, and yeah, it's kind of like that. And then after that, also that like we got this game, got our Laufey. So we better play as whole. Also, there's still unanswered questions also in the 2018 game and Ragnarok. We just don't know my way as much. Like, I know some crazy has been answered in Ragnarok. There's still one question, by the way, has not been answered as much, which is why Odin wants to chase, like a knowledge or universe creation, the whole nine and shit. And he's trying to find that also, like, try to ruin everybody's day, and who blew the horn. That's kind of the two major questions, right? And however, by the way, and a lot of people forget that point also, that there's like I said, the other side of the coin, we also love it also. We still have some unanswered questions about everything also. Like, hopefully in this satellite game, hopefully we get to know like how Kratos like moved to like Midgard also. Like, hold on guys. Like, how Kratos came from Greek into Midgard. Hoping I find that answer, by the way, in this game Laufey, in God of War Laufey. So yeah, so basically the two games I mentioned, 2018 and Ragnarok, is all about Tyr. All about Tyr. He is a god of war, by the way. And in this game, Laufey, by the way, she about to face up against a god of war in Egypt, maybe. So, actually, no. I don't know why I said maybe, by the way, because I see the Sphinx in there as well. I think that looks sick. So, yeah, so he faces up against the god of war in Egypt mythology, so the whole nine. So basically, it is a God of War game also, because you must have like a God of War type or mythology, by the way. For example, the Greek mythology, the Norse mythology, the Egypt mythology, the whole nine. And when people talk about God of War, I would never say this because they don't know the lore and storytelling. They just want to play as Kratos. And like, I totally understand you want to play as Kratos also. This is, we play the old games my way. Why hate the game also, because it's not this much hate. And like, the game doesn't have like, I don't know. Hold on. Give me a second ago. I just think it's funny that like when people talk about like God of War games, like the whole nine, like even games in general also, like for example, Christmas Desert, by the way, that game is so much hate also that like a lot of people throwing like switching up. Actually, I kind of love the game now, because the gameplay, and we haven't seen gameplay yet for God of War Laufey, and people are starting to hate on the game because they say like, oh, it's God of Laundry, God of Woe, something like that. In reality, by the way, we have not seen gameplay yet. So that's kind of the whole reasons why, by the way, people are so, like talking bad about the game as much, because before we see gameplay, also people just stop on and just hating on it. Like, look at Assassin's Creed Shadows also. He has a bad reception before its launch. And because a lot of people are saying like, oh, that's so gay also, we can play as a fucking Roman, and we can play as a black man, samurai. My way, that's just rogue shit. My way. In reality, it's not rogue at all. You're the problem, by the way. And not just companies also, like gaming companies like Santa Monica or Polar Abyss. I love Santa Monica, and they know what they're doing also. They're not trying to go into the deep end like most gamers tried to do, like, for example, Saints Row 2022. That shit is not a good game at all, because there's a bunch of, like, gameplay breaking bugs, so many glitches. That makes a really bad game, by the way. And people talk about, like, oh, God of War is gonna be trash also. How do you know that? How do you know that? You don't know that. You don't know that. No, you don't. Because we haven't get the game yet. Yeah, we haven't seen gameplay yet. Okay? It's so stupid when people talk about like games in general. Like, I love talking about games in general. I love games. I love video games. And also, not just that, also, I don't want to make my life also just for video games. Also, I have other hobbies also outside of gaming also, which I do. And I think it's funny to point out, like, when people like talk shit about before it comes out, the Horror Night, we get to see, you know, the cinematic trailer, like, for example, Spider-Man or Call of Duty, Prototype, or something like that. And if we see the trailer, all of a sudden, like, the other side of the coin, all of a sudden, like, oh, this is trash. This is shit, by the way. I just knew the game was gonna be shit, by the way. You don't know that. What makes a bad game? Is it poor writing? Maybe. We don't know. Or is it the glitches or gameplay breaking bugs? That's the one. That's the one. And we slowly, I don't know why we like slowly focusing like hating on the game, or also that just by the character that we play as, and or the writing also. The writing, I get it also. Like, if the writing in this game is really freaking dope, also that makes the game really freaking cool, by the way. If the gameplay is really good, also that makes a really good game, by the way. Straight out the game, right? And what was the difference between Crimson Desert, also between other games like Red Dead, also, like, a lot of people praise Red Dead a lot, also. I love Red Dead too. My way. I know I haven't really played that game as much, but I like Red Dead. My way. And I played the first game when I was like way young also, and like that game is so fucking cool. Also, the gameplay is solid, the writing is good, cause it's Rockstar. And also Red Dead 2 also. I haven't really played Red Dead 2 yet, and I was planning to play Red Dead 2 like sometime this year. I haven't really got into it yet, man. The whole nine, and it's so funny that like maybe the gameplay in God of War Laufey, maybe it's solid, maybe we just don't know yet for sure. And I gotta say that it's like it's so funny to the point like a lot of people talk about this shit. It's like, bro, come on, what are we doing? We're just really focused on just waiting for the gameplay to come out, and hopefully that like. Maybe that like the gameplay is good and the writing is good and the visual is good. My way, that's all that matters. It like to make a really good game, you have to have the gameplay down, the writing down, the visuals down, the characters down, the whole nine, voice acting down, and that would make a really good game. By the way, for example, Spider-Man 2018 game that had a really solid writing, good gameplay, and also some good, fast and good voice acting. My way, that's what I love about Yu Longdao. And he is such a good voice actor, he really is, and I love that shit. Shit, it goes for Christopher Judge. My way. Yeah, that's his name, right? Those who voice acted creators, yeah, Christopher, yeah, Judge, right? I'm pretty sure I'm butchering his name. Yeah. Now, like, he's really good at playing as creator, so I love that dude in the whole nine. I gotta say that. And also, I would say this as well, that, like, if people suddenly hate it on the game, by the way, you know, like, I'm talking in general. I'm not talking about God of War Laufey anymore. I'm talking about in general also. And those who play Stellar Blade also, because they like the jigger fixes a lot more, they like do this. And then all of a sudden they bust it. Like, bro, come on. Game is not meant for just like gooning to it. But for example, there's Fortnite and mobile rivals. I made that shit for. Yes, I made that claim also about mobile rivals. I never really played mobile rivals. Like, what takes me out from mobile rivals, there's so many skins in that game for female couches. It's so, ugh. I'm sorry, it's just too much. It really, it's just too much. And I said it goes for like other games like, you know, Tower Fantasy or NTE also. And those games are gacha games because you have like, you know, like have a fan base that like I don't know why they have a fan base at all, because they like, I guess their fans are just a bunch of gooners. My way, just people want to, well, I just goon to it. So that's pretty much it. So if the writing is good, also I don't mind at all. My way, if the gameplay is good, I don't mind at all. And what makes a really bad game, like I said, also bad writing. What else? Gameplay breaking bugs. That is one thing. Or visual breaking bugs, my way. So let's say like there's like a bunch of pop-ins all at once. You feel like, yo, what the heck? You also you see like, you know, like shuttering, also like, for example, a Blink Remastered also. It has a really bad shuttering also. Like when I play Blink Remastered also, it's so bad, but I can't really even play the game. With one, also it crashed my PS5 like, you know, like multiple times. And plus also there was like shuttering going on because they had to use UE5 for that game. Also, yeah, it looks really good, but it has some performance issues as much. It has a whole lot of performance issues. They don't really fix it at all. And I kind of wait for Elder Scrolls 6. If Elder Scrolls 6 had the same treatment like Oblivion did, by the way, and I'm worried for Elder Scrolls 6. I am. Because you guys know me, I love Elder Scrolls also. I love Skyrim a lot also. I have a tattoo of Skyrim because Skyrim is one of my favorite games growing up. And same goes for God of War too. And I think it's funny that like when people are talking shit about a game, my way, they don't really like, because before it comes out, before we see actually gameplay, it's so, it's just stupid. Like, we make gaming way too much popular at this point. We make gaming so mainstream at this point. Like there's so many sides to the to each communities also, that like I think we should stop doing that. But also, my way, I want to address the elephant in the room right now. When people talk about like, you know, like games also, like I do also, I just think that like people should not talk about, you know, like woke shit in games. And if we play as a female, by the way, we play as a female. That's it. Like, just play like, I don't know, like Saints Row 3 Remastered, by the way. Just play as a baddie, you know, play as a bad bitch, you know, or play like Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim modded playthrough also, you know, like you can just like the whole thing and create a bad bitch you want to, right? So it just gets to the point, it's like, alright, you want to be a bad bitch? I'm not a bad bitch at all. I'm chopped like a motherfucker, by the way. I see myself as a 6 out of 10, bro. You know what? Yeah, a 6. I kind of see myself as a 6, so I ain't no bad bitch, my way. I'm just a man with a plan. The man with the plan. Okay, my disability ass is coming out now. So like I said before, also, God of War Laufey does not deserve this hate. It does not, my way. And when people talk about that stuff, also, you know what? Whatever. You can hate the game you want to, also, and I don't really care what you guys think. I don't care. All I care about is the writing is good, the gameplay is good, and also the visual is good. That's all I care about. I don't care about the character I'm playing. If it has, you know, but it has some strong writing with the character, I love that. And also the voice acting too. My way, I don't want to forget that also. Voice acting must be as well. If they perform really, really well. If I don't know who the voice actress for Laufey is, I don't know who her name is, but she did really good in the Ragnarok game. I love her, and I can't wait to play as her. You know, not that when people say like, oh, she's not attractive, the whole nine by the way, they're like, by the way. So what? Who cares? I play mini games also has like, you know, bad, you know, unattractive girls in there, my way. For example, Damn, I forgot. Oh my god, I'm sorry guys. My way, I was thinking about like some other ones as well, and yeah. Like, I do want to say this also, by the way, like I said, in channel also, I think we should not make it like a big thing at all. And we're just gonna wait out to see gameplay, and hopefully the gameplay is good. And yeah, New Santa Monica also, oh, they can make the gameplay good. I know about that, my way. They can make the game like probably like unforgiving. Yeah. Cause in 2019 game and Ragnarok, my god, unforgiving. Really is. And it kind of depends on like, what kind of gamer you are, by the way. It kind of depends on that. And so yeah, I definitely would say that. And I'm probably gonna end the video here because I might be talking way too much about this topic. I'm sorry guys, and like I like to yap a lot, you know. I like to talk, you know, like. It is what it is, my way, but in similar fashion also, like I said, also, what makes a really bad game? Tell me that. Is it bad writing, game-breaking bugs, or visual-breaking bugs? Or too many glitches. Yeah, looking at you, Oblivion Remastered, too many glitches. But it does have rich writing, though. Now, I give it that also. My way, Oblivion is really good with writing also, and visual too, but the performance, ew. I'm sorry, it's just disgusting. I'm sorry, the shadowing is just disgusting. I'm sorry. And the whole nine. And when I played Crimson Desert, also the performance pretty good. The voice acting could have gone better, and the main story kind of go somewhat better. And but the views were so beautiful. The gameplay, my god, the gameplay in Crimson Desert, my god, I love that gameplay in that game. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for that game. That game is made for me. Straight out of the gate. And one of the characters I like in the game named Damien, oh man, I made her the baddest bitch ever, by the way. So I have this armor set for her. Like I have the dog princess set. I have the leather armor, and I have the crown also. I dye it also with purple and black. Well, I can't really affect black dye. I actually found like dark red dye to make it black. So yeah, so pretty much I will probably put a picture for her also, like maybe like in a post maybe, like I probably will. Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, guys, also pretty much it, by the way. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and like I said, guess what makes a bad game is the game breaking bugs, future breaking bugs, and bad writing. For example, by the way, this game is straight ass. This game is straight fucking ass, bruh. I can put this in the trash right now. Boom, in the trash right now. But you know why? Because that game sucks. Game breaking bugs, bad writing, and also bad performance issues. Oh no, like seriously, my way. So yeah. So alright guys, I'm done here. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe to the channel itself. I'll see you in the next video. Spotty Fan 96 is out.